Week 1 of the NFL preseason for the Cowboys is in the books, and the Rams came out on top 31-21 after the Cowboys offense did not have a very good showing, especially early in this one. They got better as the game went along. Two players of note, Malik Davis, Traeshon Holden, flashed as the game went along. But a 10-point Rams win, which felt like it was more than a 10-point win. But it's the preseason. We're not going to melt down over it. With that in mind, are you happy that Cowboys football is back in some capacity? Like the video if you are. I'm glad it's back. Even though it wasn't that great, I am glad it's back. So be like me. Like the video on today's show. Let's go through the injury news. Some guys left, did come back. We'll ignore them. Guys like Marquise Bell, Peyton Turner. Buddy Johnson was ruled questionable with a knee injury. Did not come back, but the fact he wasn't ruled out, I do think probably means a decent sign for him. Saahdiq Charles, though, left with a knee injury, was clearly in pain, ruled out pretty quickly with that knee injury, which is not a good sign for the Dallas Cowboys. So that led to Lyle Collins getting some playing time, by the way. But Charles, uncertainty there with his overall status. I did see Alijah Clark leave the game late, but I don't know what the status is there. He did leave with some sort of injury. The biggest injury of note, and we're going to go more into the game itself with Joe Milton here in a second. Joe Milton left the game in the fourth quarter with an elbow injury. Bruised elbow is the initial injury status for Joe Milton. He'll be okay. Should be all right, is the injury status from head coach Brian Schottenheimer. So noteworthy for Milton to leave the game late. It kind of looked like he got the funny bone hit. Like, you ever get that just hit right on that nerve in the elbow, and like just feels really weird? Kind of looked like it might have been that, but bruised elbow should be okay. Cowboys don't practice again until Tuesday, by the way. Let's continue with our takeaways on the Rams. And look, I will never lie to you guys. I will be positive when it's positive. I'll be negative when it's negative. I don't think Joe Milton played that good. This was much more in line with early preseason last year Joe Milton, or just preseason last year Joe Milton, than it was, week 18 Joe Milton. Under 60% completion percentage. Didn't play very well. He had guys open. There were guys open for Joe Milton to hit. He didn't hit them. He missed them. It was all gas, no brakes on the passes. It was all bullet passes. Like, if he had some more touch, Ryan Fleur was over like 5 times, and he just missed him. Like, he got to be better, got to be more accurate. It was inconsistent out of Joe Milton. The arm strength is obviously there. The mobility is there. 5 for 22 on the ground for Milton. He ran the ball well. But, that wasn't significantly better than what we saw from Trey Lance last year. It is disappointing, especially when Will Grier comes in, goes 2 of 3, when I don't know if he was actually going to play, goes 2 of 3 for 14 yards, and has an 8-yard touchdown run. Like, the thrill Grier is not a real NFL quarterback. Like, as a starter, he played pretty well. I don't think Milton had that good of a night. The supporting cast had some issues too, sure, but like, I'll go back and watch the All-22 tomorrow. I don't think Joe Milton played that well. I expected more. I warned you guys about the Joe Milton experience. I think we got it against the Rams. So, one-word reaction. Mine's disappointing to how Joe Milton played against the LA Rams. Let me know in the comment section of today's show. It is the pinned comment, so go vote right now. Look, that was sloppy. Like, I don't know if Brian Schottenheimer was, like, a little too excited or what, but that team looked sloppy. They had penalties galore. They finished the night 11 penalties. I think it was 8 of them came in the first, quarter and a half. They were negating big plays. There was one drive, their first scoring drive of the night. Listen to this. This is how crazy this is. That first scoring drive for the Dallas Cowboys, let me make sure my notes are correct here, had 51 yards total. 51 yards on their opening drive, or on their third drive, got them points. Do you know how many yards penalties they had on that drive? 56! You had negative yards on a scoring drive. Come on. Be better. It was pre-snap stuff. It was stupid stuff. It looked like the exact same Cowboys. It's the preseason. I'm not going to melt down. They'll be fine. Who cares to an extent? But, like, don't be sloppy. You needed to be better than that last night. Or this night, I should say. Cowboys jerseys are available. Chatsports.com/DAL jersey. If you get in right now, it is on sale until midnight Eastern time. 20% off. Might be available Sunday. We'll see. Chatsports.com/DAL jersey. Link will be in the comments section and the description of today's show. That's chatsports.com/DAL jersey. Links in the comments and the description of today's show. I thought the offensive line did a pretty darn good job last night. I am looking at the early Pro Football Focus grades. These are all subject to change. I don't think they're even fully updated as I sit here filming, but there were a handful of pressures. Your starting five did not play. No Guyton, no Smith, no Beebe, no Booker, no Thomas. You know how I know Nathan Thomas played pretty well? Did anyone notice him get beat? No. Like, to an extent, offensive line play for me is like, hey, did you get beat, son? Or no? TJ Bass had a bad snap at center late in the game. It's fine. It's not the end of the world. Brock Hoffman, I thought, did pretty well. I thought Ajani Cornelius was off to a pretty good start. Geron Christian played well except for the mental mistakes and the penalties. He was good beyond that, but you can't have it. Lyle Collins was good minus the penalty. I think Austin Richards got flagged at one point in the game too, which, there were, again, too many penalties. 2 penalties for Richards, but, like, they didn't get beat in pass pro. Like, I'm looking at the early numbers from PFF here. I am looking at, for the LA Rams, in terms of just the pressures allowed, I am counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pressures in the entire game. That's pretty good. Like, the Cowboys, this one, again, I'm looking at the early numbers here, drop back like 30-something times, right? Like, it was 32 times, 33 times once we get to the Will Grier numbers, which aren't in as I started filming this. Like, the O-line, I thought, played pretty well. The Cowboys averaged 5.5 yards per carry. It's juiced by the Malik Davis numbers. We'll talk about him tomorrow. That was pretty good. We will be live for every single Cowboys preseason game, so make sure you are subscribed. YouTube.com/@CowboysTV. I'm worried about the corners, man. I did not like what I saw. They essentially started Robert Rochelle, Andrew Booth, and Kaman Hall at corner. I don't think he got hurt, but Robert Rochelle lasted like 8 snaps. Like, I think they sat him, and maybe he got banged up. I thought he got hurt. He did not last long. He got cooked. Stetson Bennett, who has been a Cowboys killer, was 16 of 24 for 188, 2 scores, 1 INT. Shout out Izzy Mukwamu for the interception. He also, I think, allowed the touchdown. But you were down to, in real life, hopefully, like your 2.5 string corners. No Bland, no Diggs, no Elam, no Revel, no Carson. But the issue is that week 1 right now, one of the guys you threw out there is going to start. Kaman Hall, targeted 3 times, allowed all three catches. Andrew Booth got decent coverage, but allowed a big play downfield. Robert Rochelle looked bad. Izzy Mukwamu made a nice play, but also got beat for a touchdown. Like, I thought this going in. Nothing changed for me. I'm worried about this Cowboys cornerback room. So grade the Cowboys against the Rams. A, B, C, D, or F. Let me know in the comments section of today's show. How do you feel the Cowboys fared in this one? I need more Traeshon Holden. Like, more cowbell? I need more Traeshon Holden. He had, in this game, 2 targets. He caught every single one for 42 yards. It took him 2 passes his way to lead the Cowboys in everything. He played great. And I was a little surprised. And again, it makes me wonder, like, what's the real competition going on here? Like, Traeshon Holden didn't get in behind, it was Mingo, no Lamb, no Pickens, no Turpin. Tolbert played a little bit. And then it was Mingo, Cropper, and then and then Ryan Flanoy, then Josh Kelly, then Holden. I feel like Holden should get more chances. Like, he has continued to show flashes. Get him more involved. I've seen enough good things to be like, let's see what he's able to do. It's just my mindset. So who gets the game ball? You got to give it to somebody. I don't know. Might be Malik Davis. Shit. Who gets the game ball? Let me know in the comments section of today's show. So Rams beat the Cowboys 31-21. Again, it sounds like Joe Milton's going to be okay, but overall a not great performance out of the Cowboys in this one. Hopefully they're better in preseason week 2.